11 factors which will affect stock market. So this is what I wanted to say, 11 factors which will affect stock market, because couple of days before we did a video on stock market corrections and how you can identify those corrections, and today it's all about the factors which will cause those corrections, because the next few months and years there will be lots of volatility, lots of changes, and you need to know why these are happening, and what will happen to your portfolio. So this is Ganesh Santuru, your stock market profit coach. I help you in multiplying your money by investing in stock market. I am the author of the book One Page Stock Market Plan. So let's look into today's video's factors which will affect the okay, yes, the topic came. Finally, the 11 factors which will affect stock market are: the first factor is monsoon. What will happen if the monsoon is failing? What will happen if the monsoon is going up? All these topics will come into picture during the month of March, not March, April, May, because in the month of May, June, the monsoon will set, and everybody will start talking about the meteorological department story and all the international things. They will keep saying the monsoon is good, it will affect the rural stocks. And because India's majority, almost like more than 60%, it's rural area, and all the FMCG is focused upon, because they people use those things, right? And all the tractor segment, all the irrigation related, agriculture related companies, they will be in focus. If the monsoon is good, if those people are uh, earning more money, it means rural economy is going to grow, because rural economy is majority, right? More than 60-70% is rural economy, and in and around towns. So if that is performing, automatically the entire economy will go like anything. That is the expectation. So if any negative news with respect to the monsoon, that will have a small impact immediately, right? And in the long run, if really this if the monsoon is very less, maybe in the next 3 months or 4 months, that will have consequences on the earnings of the companies. So that sector may not do well, right? So this is the most important point. And festival period, the expectation will always be huge during the festival period. What is that? From Navratri till Deepavali, Diwali, we call it in Diwali in North India, Deepavali in South India, specifically in Tamil Nadu, I can say. So between October, maybe around September, October till December, it's almost like Navratri will come for 9 days, and then Deepavali will come, and then the Christmas, and all these festivals are back to back. It will be, and everybody will be in a happy mood, and the business will happen like anything, because during that timeline people will be ready to spend, and whatever you sell, that will go like hotcakes. So during the timeline, every company, almost all the consumer durables, the car, two-wheeler manufacturer, and everybody will give special discounts, and that is the best timeline to buy anything in the whole year. And the dressers and whatever you take, and even people will go for vacations, people will get bonuses, the gifts will go like anything, the chocolates and everything. So the festival period is a huge period for every business people. So are you have you noticed that? Just check out in the current year, because that will affect after, because the expectation is that they will set it this year, the festival period it's going to grow like 10% or 20%, and after December the results will come that the the sales are declined by 5%, the sales are went up by 10%. If it is in line, automatically you will see a positive growth in the stock, or else the quarter result will be declining, and that will have an impact on the next couple of weeks or months for those kind of companies. So consumer durables, consumer discretionary items, all these are best examples during that time. So just focus on that, those kind of stocks or sectors during that time. And global tension. Do you remember a couple of maybe in the last 2 years, US and China are almost like loggerheads. The Trump and Chinese government, they were at loggerheads, saying that what will happen. They almost like sanctions are happening. US said we will not be sending these things to China. China said we will stop sending all these things to US, and everybody are interrelated because of globalization. And so that war has created huge commotion, and that was tension, basically a tension and commotion in the entire market. And that almost like it went up for a few months, and almost after a few months they almost started cooling off, because they know they are dependent on each other. But just to make sure, US is like they are the global player, and China are slowly catching up, saying that I am there, I am from Asia, I know I am the biggest one. So that kind of global tension will create some market noise, and that will affect the stock market, because if both are giants, US is at the top and China is far coming up and catching up with US. So the first two economies that are fighting means that will have a huge impact on the rest of the countries because of globalization. and that will automatically affect the stock prices. And global trades, just remember, global trades, if it is unfair, automatically everybody will get affected. And the global tension I explained about the US and China, and what they are telling is that global trade, they will avoid China, and most of the companies from China wanted to go away from China, but not sure what happened after the 6 months because of Corona. The global trades were about to shift. Everybody wanted to move away from China and have a place in either Indonesia, Vietnam, or Philippines or India, right? Because of the favorable nature, and they wanted to get out of China, and that would have affected global trade. But China is so huge, and they become the huge export market for the whole world, not only for certain countries but for the whole world. So that will always affect. If the global trade is in somewhat changeable position, that will affect the global trades. And political stability, this is more of internal. And if you look at in India, between 2004 and 9, somewhat a stable government was there, but from 2010 to 14, it was almost like dependent on all the alliances. Congress was at almost like around, I think around, not I don't remember, but they were almost needed every small party support in each state. So any major reforms that was stalled by all the major regional political parties, and government was not able to take any reforms, not able to implement reforms. That will create a global political instability, because what if the government is falling and again the election will come up, and that will delay the business setup, and all the companies which are coming from outside India and they want to set up a base in India, that will create a political instability. Because if there is a change in government, automatically the policies and everything will change, right? Because right now in India, if you look at, there are two major political parties. One is Congress and one is BJP. Right now, it is almost like that, and other parties are like rallying around these two political parties. And Congress may be supporting few things, BJP may be supporting few things, but if they are in majority, they can do with their ideologies, with their political visions. But if there is a change in political timeline, that will affect the stock market. Because just remember, the huge slowdown across the world had an impact on India as well. Though the companies were growing, because of political instability, and there were not much bigger reforms. Just the same Indian companies are growing, and because of 2014 majority elections, and just look at the market rallied like anything because of that. That's clearly signifies what this is, and this will have an impact. And forex, if India's rupee is weak against dollar, automatically that will be weak, means India's rupee is weak against dollar, means dollar is weak, means dollar price will get down, and rupee is weak means almost the for every dollar currently, I think the dollar price, the Indian rupee equivalent is around 73 or 74. If dollar is weak means automatically it is coming down. Now its dollar is weak. If rupee is weak means it will touch 79 or 80. If it is touching 80, it is good for exporters. People who are exporting from India to other nations, all the exporters will make more money. And if the rupee is coming down, means the same dollar price, but they are going to get lesser money, and they will be paying 73 rupees. Yes, right. So it will be like importers and exporters will be in almost like they will get benefited in vice versa manner. And over a period of time, I mean, what I remember is in 2004, 5 and all, the dollar price was around 46 rupees. For every dollar, we were around 43, 46. Right now, it's almost like going to be around 80, 72 to 80, 70 to 80. So every few years, it is increasing like anything. And that will always have an impact on the immediate short term, maybe in the next 6 months or 1 year. And it will affect the dollar price, and RBI will step in to make sure the dollar is in almost in the same range when it compared to the global currencies. So that will have an impact short term, because if US treasuries are more, and the forex will have an impact, and automatically the money flow will get out of India, and they will always invest in US itself. Because most of the people, they all across the world, it's all about dollar, and that is the reason I'm telling more about dollars in the forex related stuff. And natural calamities, just remember, natural calamities will have a huge impact on any nation. It can be flood, it can be earthquake, right? During tsunami, most of the places got devastated all across the coastal areas, and everything has to be reconstructed. And government needs to step in, and that will have an impact, because all the companies, either they would have gone lost. And during the flood, if any company is getting into full flood, means that will affect the production, and that will affect the future growth, right? and that is the reason that will have a smaller impact. And investor sentiment, when the market is rallying like anything during the timeline, investor sentiment will be like, let me invest more and more and more and more. And if there is a bearish market, people will not invest because they will itself will have a lesser money, and they will fear what will happen if the market is falling. And I don't understand right now about the market. All these will create a negative sentiment among the people, right? And if the sentiment is good, just go with it. And if the sentiment is negative, almost like play the rally, play the bearish market, and find the quality stock to invest. All we are seeing is the factors which will affect the stock market. And quarterly and annual results, this is something like every quarter results will come in, and that is the reason the stock market and all the related news channels are almost buzzing with every time. They will say about see, these are the reasons. Every day they will be discussing about some other reason. And if quarterly results are coming up almost for the next 1 month, any company will be coming up with quarter results on a daily basis. They will take that company threadbare analysis they will do, and they will say whether the company is going to grow in the future, what will happen. For sure, if the company is good, if the business is good, it will grow. You can always invest. Just because you are trading, you are losing money. So quarterly or annual results, it will have an impact. Maybe after 3 years of continuous growth, there might be a flat period. Traders will exit the stock. As an investor, either you can accumulate, analyzing the company, and right, and during the timeline you can accumulate more. That happened with any big company. Let it be HDFC Bank, let it be Britannia, let it be any big companies. They'll have a slowdown growth period. And the 10th factor is crude oil prices, because India is almost like 85% of our crude oil is imported. And on top of it, we have so much tax on the crude oil prices, and that will affect the crude oil, petroleum prices and diesel prices. And it will indirectly impact, not indirectly, directly impact the inflation. Because if the petrol prices are huge, that will affect the vegetables, the fruits, and all these things, the meats, proteins, and everything. If people are not buying, what will happen? Because the cost is very high, the cost will keep on increasing. Not only on that, and all the related consumer durables item, consumer discretionary items, and if all the prices are keep on increasing one after the other, because it's a chain, economy is a chain. If one part of the chain is increasing, it will have effect on other parts. And if India's inflation is rising, automatically the interest rate of banking sector will need to increase, and automatically people will get borrow will need to borrow money at higher interest. That will have an impact on the prices. So that's a chain. Hope you can get it right. So if inflation is rising, the prices are rising, and automatically that will affect the stock market, because people will buy less. And it's a chain. So these are the reasons which will affect the stock market. And finally, the US Treasury yields, because for the last 13 years the US Treasury yields was almost like a negative or zero, and they maintain at that level, that to make sure the quantitative easing or government buying bonds, the Fed buying bonds has been in place for the almost like 13 years. It maintained the global particularly US the stock market rally, which is the longest in US history itself. And right now, if the yields of US is increasing, inflation might come back, and if it is increasing more than 2%, that will affect the stock market in US. And if that is getting affected, all the stock market across the world might get affected as well. So these are the points, right? These are the points that will affect the US stock market. Not only US stock market, Indian stock market in particular. The monsoon, festival period, global tension, global trades, political stability, forex, natural calamities, investor sentiment, quarterly annual results, crude oil prices, and US treasury yields. Hope you got a sense of what are the reasons market can fall. And it can be any other reasons. Please post if you're not able to understand any particular reason, so that I can find it out and post it, or I can analyze with some more examples. So it can be anything. Don't panic, that is the only point. And market reacted by almost like 1900 points a couple of days ago, and that might get even in going forward, there may be volatile periods. And suddenly market may increase by 3%, market may fall by 4 5%. Who knows? Just play the market, make more money, understand, don't panic. That is the simple advice I can give it to you. Thank you so much for watching. Right? Let's see more. Let's learn more about stock market, make more money in stock market. If you like this video, please click it, like it, and share it with your friends. Thank you.